Welcome. So good to have you here. My name is Annika. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is a space to remember the magic and the mysticism and the powerful creative being that you really are and always have been. So it's a place to awaken to your true nature. Oftentimes the process of remembering goes beyond words. May you receive some soul remembrance while you're here. And I'm so glad that you made it here because today we're gonna do a collective reading. I had wanted to do a pick-a-pile, but the intuition is just so strong to do a collective reading. So if you did find this video, whenever you find this video, it is timeless, but I will talk about timelines while you're here because it is a very potent time of the year. And I think what feels to be a very potent year, 25. I'm filming this July 29th, 25, and we're about to head into August of 25 and the season of the Lionsgate portal. We're already in the dog days of summer where we're getting all this energy from Sirius. So some serious starseed galactivating, higher conscious activating codes. It's like the most potent time of year for galactic higher consciousness activation, and what we receive during this time of year continues unfolding for the rest of the year, but in particular this is when the influx is so massive. And if you're here with me in real time or you're connected to this reading at a later time, you're tapping into this energy like a portal because time is just an illusion, so you're somehow in alignment with this energy at this time. But if you're here and you can feel it and you're feeling so much shift beyond your understanding, that is a sign that this reading is for you. So it might not also be for everyone. So my number one thing with readings is if you hear something in a reading and you're like, whoa, that doesn't feel true to me, then it's not for you. Don't make it yours because you're a creator. So you don't have to accept that reality. You can click off the reading, you can be like, yep, not for me, you know? It's more that if something confirms what you already know, what you already felt, and then gives you what you need to take the next steps or just like clicks an energy into place, like that's what we look for in these things because we're all moving through this together and there is so much gold to be found in sharing the code, sharing the energy, sharing the experience, but you never have to accept something that isn't yours and ultimately you decide. That is like one of the most powerful codes. That is the powerful code, is that so much of the time we'll look for answers outside of us. And I remember people used to be like the answers are all within. I'd be like, well, like, where are they? You know what I mean? But I think that real tea is that you decide. And then you have to align your beliefs, your actions, your perceptions to the timeline you decide, which is honestly scary for some people because it's like, oh my God, it's just me here, I'm in charge. But whether you decide you're deciding or you decide to not realize you're deciding, you're still deciding. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some angel messages for the collective. So I've been personally feeling like the timelines are shifting so massively and we're getting this opportunity to like etherically lock in to place into a new reality that we have been like magnetizing ourselves to for so long, and it is like slightly intense. You know what I think it is now that I'm talking about it? I think that because there's so much celestial energy beaming down onto the planet at this point in time, all of the things that we've been putting into like the vibrational escrow of what we're creating and what we're moving into, like that, this supercharged beam of celestial energy is giving ourselves the power to move into that space that much more quickly, because since this is like a 3D reality plane at this point before we like completely start to physically ascend, the shifts sometimes happen a little bit slower, but when high frequency energy comes down, it is moving faster. And when we open up to it, that's why even people who are, when you are already open to the path of soul evolution and you've been on it for quite some time, you're able to receive that even more easily because not only are you more of a match to it vibrationally, but you might have a daily practice, meditation. You're going to be receiving more of that cosmic energy. You're going to be in a receptive state. You're going to be, your awareness is going to be more open to like the codes that are coming in. Like you're just, it's going to be even more impactful for you, but you're also very well equipped and might quite possibly really enjoy and vibe with this kind of energy, which I do, which is kind of why you end up on a path such as this, because you're like, wait, that actually feels really freaking familiar. The celestial, galactic, high vibe energy, the essence of things moving like quickly, of being like so quantumly creative, and you know, you might vibe with the etheric realms, the subtle realms might actually feel more familiar to you, to when you like tap into all that stuff, it feels like a sense of relief, a sense of home. And so you were wired to be a channel for this energy, because something has to help ground this energy here and continually help us to ascend dimensionally, vibrationally on the planet. And we are the channels for that. So many of us came here with that purpose specifically, and everything that we do is infused with that frequency that we are personally embodying. And we are the anchors. We're the anchors. That's that. So let's pull some cards. Let's see what advice the angels have for us. If you're here and you resonate with being an anchor, these messages are for you. Okay. So we got intention. So this is a very potent time, dare I say, like the most potent time of the year for manifestation. And that is because, as I was saying, the galactic energy that is coming in is so potent and so intense, and it can make things go quick. It's like you're not working with a dense vibration, you're working with a very high vibration right now. And so this is not in the essence of like you're trying to make something, you don't want to put time on manifestation always, unless it works for you personally, in which case keep rocking with that. But it's the fact that like things will unfold in divine timing still, unless you become a master of instant manifestation, which respect. Jesus was obviously. So the essence here is just that like whatever you put into the field is so much more easily going to be able to come to fruition because of so many reasons. First of all, this galactic energy. Second of all, we're moving into the Lionsgate portal. That's all of this 8-8 energy, and 8-8 energy is like the infinity loop. It's like what you put back will boomerang back to you and amplified, because we have the 8-8, and it is also just like the energy that's coming in is going to multiply, quantumly, exponentially multiply what you put into the portal. So what does that mean? This is the time to get clear about the vision, your dream vision. And this can always change, but you always need to have a vision for where you're going, what's next, what's the next level of expansion. If you already know like what the peak level is, you hold that blueprint. You want to get clear on it in this portal. You want to get clear on it between now and the Lionsgate portal. Also, this is a timeless video, so this is just the message, if you're coming across it, that it's time to get clear and it's time to start sending energy to that vibrational reality. How do you do that? You don't do it by feeling like it's far from you. You like map it out, whether it be mentally, emotionally, on paper, and then you constantly feel yourself connected to that reality. Like you feel as if it's already here in a way of merge, and that's how we merge timelines. It's like we start to move out of, which if you're here, I'm sure you have maybe even had this experience or just know what I'm talking about, but it's like I'm not always like just like right here sitting at this desk. Like I also am where I'm at 5 years from now, with who I picture myself with 5 years from now, where I picture myself 5 years from now. Not actually 5 years, I'm not that much of a into the future girly, but like let's say it's like 2 weeks from now, it's like I'm simultaneously enjoying my current reality and then also the present reality that I'm calling in. When it comes to you and to your thoughts, into your vision, once you've mapped it out, you never want to feel like, oh shoot, that's far from me. You want to enjoy the sweet nectar of that already being yours, already being the case, because that is our creative power. We create it in the ethers and then we move into it. And even if it's not exactly detail for detail, it's the essence of it that will be actualized. And it very well also can be detail for detail. So if you're really into the manifestation stuff, it's an incredible time to be doing visualization meditations. I'll honestly link my favorite down below. It's literally 10 minutes. It is the best. I have manifested so many things with it. And it's an incredible time to be writing down the visions, visualization meditations, just getting clear on your intentions. Be really intentional. Like tune into what you do day to day and the way the flow of your life is unfolding. Is it getting you to like what your soul actually wants to experience? Because that is the thing that you cannot let slide No one else is going to put your soul mission or your soul desires, which are entwined with your soul mission. They're like to help you get there. No one else is going to prioritize that. You came down here because you are supposed to. So whoever you feel like you have to let down, whatever you feel like you have to reprioritize, do it. Now is the time, is now. So that's that, being intentional. And then we have children. This is such a potent time for the inner child to come out and to come alive, and for you to let them through. And the inner child is like not some naive entity within you that was like hurt and needs healing. The inner child is your infinite soul, untainted by any like restrictions, traumas, learned behaviors, learned coping mechanisms, subconscious beliefs. It is like the purity of you that lives within, that had all this stuff piled on top of it, and it just wants to be free because it knows who it is and it knows what it needs to do. It is essentially your intuition too. It's like it has unimpeded intuition, doesn't need to explain itself, and it is your ultimate guide to abundance, to prosperity, to everything you want to experience in this life, to like just even feeling like fulfilled in the ecstasy of being alive. It's your compass. And so part of it is like, stop taking everything so, well, I hold it upside down. Stop taking everything so seriously. Come out to play. Come out and play. This is why the wise one is laughing all the freaking time, because the inner child is no different from the wise old sage, because they're both the infinite soul, unimpeded by any blockages. So let that out. You might have children in your reality, and this might be calling you to also be really intentional with that in your relationships with any children in your life, and see them for the divine beings that they are, and you will be a really special energy for them, and therefore get to receive their very divine energy. Children are closer to God, they're closer to source because they've spent less time away building up debris, learning things. You know the process, you know the human process. So let them influence you. And no matter what, everybody has that essence within. So you're being encouraged to let that out. Let's do a little bit of tarot next. Okay, messages for the collective tuning in here. Let's see the main energies and then the advice. So main energies first. Main energies for the collective. Whoa. Okay. I'm just going to show you these first. Okay, so we're getting the Chariot reversed and we're getting the Ten of Cups. So the current energies are slow down a little bit, and that doesn't mean don't do things and don't take inspired action, but there is no need to rush. I've been feeling this energy very clearly that like I can't even get myself to rush, whereas I feel like even 2 weeks ago I was in such a rush state, like running around everywhere, blah, and something hit this past week, and it's not even the point on my moon cycle that would explain such a thing, where I'm just like just sleep normal hours-ish. Not normal compared to the normal person. I don't know, it's like I couldn't get myself to be neurotic if I tried. And I think this could be tied to the energies of the 3 planets in retrograde. Saturn is in retrograde, Neptune is in retrograde, Mercury is in retrograde. And this energy oftentimes comes as a relief, because especially in our capitalistic society, we're sprinting around everywhere trying to get so much done, trying to self-actualize, trying to make money, trying to keep the place clean. Like, we all know we could work on our to-do list all day, all night, still have a million things we want to do. But this energy that's flowing in right now, it's such a freaking gift, and it's not received by running around. It's like it's received from being deeply in the present moment. And that doesn't mean you can't envision about the future. It doesn't mean you can't set your intention and manifest. But there's a difference between being present with those future manifestations, really feeling into them and like what they actually are, and like getting into the magic of that. Like, that's still presence. You're just presence in like what's perceived as the future, but the future is just a concept. Whatever you're giving attention to now is all there is. So this doesn't discount any of that. As much as you can, just like absorb the like incredible atmosphere that's occurring right now, the better. And as you this is a promise that as you slow down, your blessings are gonna fall in your freaking lap. Like, the Ten of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. It is the person who looks around and is like, oh my God, the people, the love, the abundance, the absolute like soul expansive joy of like, it's in awe. It's a feeling of awe that you've received all of this. You actually received it, and you're actually in a space where you're able to enjoy it. That is what's coming for you. And that is so the energy of the time that we're in. And it really is saying like, you don't have to force yourself to slow down, because if you feel inspired and you want to do something, do it, but do it with intention. Do it without sprinting, and let yourself enjoy doing it. I'm not saying that you have to be in like a happy-go-lucky state all the time. Just attempt to take it all in. That's what I'll say with that. But this is like lit. I'm excited about this. It's like you get just, and so much progress can be made when we slow down. Is that whole thing too, like when you're sprinting around and you like knock over 5 cups and you like run into a wall, you probably have your own thing, you know, that's not running into a wall, but sometimes going slow is faster anyway. Okay, and sometimes this is the magic of the universe, y'all. Sometimes you go slow, and the thing that you could have been rushing to get to that was like partway down your list somehow magically gets solved, and you don't even have to do it anyway. Reality really is that quantum. If you are constantly in a rush, you will manifest being in a timeline where you're constantly required to be in a rush. You can literally control the simulation reality by your frequency embodiment. And that is why many people will be living in very similar situations and having a very different experience. The power lies within you. The power lies within your vibration, your choices, your intention, and what you decide. It's what you decide. You are the nucleus of your own universe. Genuinely, that's how this is all working. Okay, I did say we were gonna pull some advice, so that's the energies. Now let's do the advice. This message, as with anything in the collective message, you can take what resonates and leave the rest, because it is a collective message. There might be some things that are just for some people and some that are for others. So we got the Two of Swords, which is this feeling of having to make a decision, like a fork in the road vibe, and not being quite sure which way to go, even though there's only one way you're going to be able to go, actually. And there's a little bit more to it, because I'm not saying that you always have to solely pick one thing over the other, but like ultimately there's one path and you're going to walk it, and you're going to know when you know. But it feels like you have no idea. And that's because it can oftentimes be a little bit stressful for reasons X, Y, and Z. And so the two choices, we're getting these like this 9 of Cups reversed. And this is kind of symbolizing the feeling of, for some reason, you're getting the things that you thought you would want, but it's not actually bringing you fulfillment. And that's because the things that you had been chasing were not entirely aligned with your soul and your higher self. And then this other choice is the Emperor. And it is the vibe of power, authority, success. This is like a choice point along your journey when you can decide to feel like a lack of fulfillment that you're experiencing is because of external circumstances beyond your control. Or you can remember that you are the emperor. You make the laws, you make the rules of your own life. If there are things that you no longer want to be experiencing, you need to claim a new reality in the now present moment. Create a new law. Thought becomes law. Whatever follows I am becomes the law in your reality with a time delay. You can create your kingdom, your universe, but you have to be willing to realize that this lack of fulfillment is somewhat created by your own hand. And this is a very common experience. It's like the whole nature of life is that we create and then we're like, maybe not that, maybe this, maybe rearrange. But the only way that we can get closer and closer to what we actually want to experience is to reclaim our own power for creating our experience. And the only person that's going to help is us, because we have to experience our own creation over and over again until we realize that we're the one creating it and create something new. So you kind of have this choice here for any aspect of your life that isn't bringing you fulfillment. Are you going to search outside of yourself for the reason why all of these things are going to are occurring? Are you going to tune into your higher self, your divine essence, see the vision, get the vision for what you truly want, be honest with yourself. You might already know what these things are. And then once you know and you tune into it, hire and make it happen. So, I mean, and I see the Emperor for you. So reclaim that power, baby. You know, if you made it this far, you're powerful as fuck. So this is just like a little reminder that if there are some parts of your life that dissatisfy you, deserve to continually moving into an ever increasing, more abundant, soul satisfying life. So this is just a reminder that you can do that. To further clarify, we got the Ace of Pentacles. So in regards to the two choices, I was like, okay, so like what choice is the right choice? And it's like, first of all, you never have to like give up your current life to like hop into a new life. It's literally about starting to plant new seeds that will be fruitful. So like when we're talking about you starting to embody on all levels, all dimensional levels, thought, the way you talk to yourself, who you decide that you are through I am statements in your mind out loud, all of these things. When you start to plant these new seeds and taking action, don't forget that it's taking action in alignment with the vision that you actually want to actualize and experience. You take action in alignment with those things. What would that person do? You think the thoughts that align with what that person does. What would that person think? And you speak the words to, you speak life into yourself and speak life into your dreams. Thought, speech, and action are like the building blocks of the universe. And so we want to think of them as always nurturing the seeds that we genuinely want to grow and become fruitful. So you starting to make these shifts, it's like you're gonna pick, or the advice is to pick these things that you're like, my soul needs this, my soul actually wants this, and I'm going to now stop waiting for it to happen for me, and I'm gonna remember that I'm the creator. You're going to get clear on what those seeds are, and then these seeds are going to grow and become extremely fruitful through your practiced embodiment of the new you. And one of the things that I've been thinking of too lately is that like I feel like in the old era there was so much about like integration and like integrating these shifts that you've gone through and like it taking time. But the reality is, if like you just want to decide you're a different person today, you can decide you're a different person today. And it is a practice of the mind. The better you get at it, the better you get at it, because it literally takes like denying, shout out to the power of I am, denying the old identity whenever thoughts come up, which they will, or like desires, actions, all these things come up of the old identity, the old story. Choose the new story and then be in that. And that is reality creation 101. So there doesn't have to be a huge long period of integration for making these shifts. Anyway, I know that message was a little bit more layered, and if you're still with me, you're gonna get an Oracle of Delphi message, so shout out to you. Okay, so let's see. I kind of want to do actually a 1, 2, 3 for this message, so we can make them quick so that you don't have to like run through it. But let's say, okay, the first is gonna be this selenite crystal, the second is going to be this fluorite wand, and then the third is going to be, just for funsies, this baby rose quartz heart. So whichever one you resonate with, we're going to do a message for, and I'll actually just do it all at once so that we can flip them over all at once. Okay, for the selenite people, please show us the essence that they are most connected to with right now, that has the most to offer them right now. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And the fluorite wands are fluorite wands. Sick. Okay. And then, dear Lord, I don't know what I'm expecting. Like, I'm not shuffling on the desk. Many rose quartz heart. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So if you pick the selenite, you got temple. So you're in a really divine space right now where you're coming back to the essence of your soul, of your divinity. And we go through these cycles in our life where we kind of go more deeply into the earthly realms. You know, we go through like these karmic cycles, these destiny cycles, all these things. Ultimately, we're always on the up and up. But when we return back to the temple within, and like even, you know, within our own home, within our own hearts, actually going to the temple, the church, the whatever holy, the nature, the whatever holy places there are for you. You're also on a whole new level because you've been going through the upward spiral. And it's just like the most magnificent holy homecoming where you're like, before I could just run around, go do whatever. And now all I want to do is like meditate in the divine energy, be devoted to myself, reflect, commune with the etheric realms, commune with, and now all I want to do is like meditate in the divine energy, be devoted to myself, reflect, commune with the etheric realms, commune with infinite energy of all that is, with your higher self. It's like a time where you're merging with your higher self. You're receiving a lot of codes, you're receiving a lot of upgrades, you're receiving a lot of downloads, and this is a very sacred time. So let yourself do it. If you don't want to be around people and you want to be in the temple, do it, because the return from the spiritual energy you receive during such a period, incalculable. Like it shifts your time. You're on a whole other timeline after that. So it's like, it's not even, it's apples and oranges, timeline to timeline. So fluorite, you got the Archer. Not allowed to show that on YouTube. I might have to cut that out. Okay, the Archer. Wait, okay, focus, align, pivot, surrender. There is something that you are meant to accomplish and that you are meant to set into motion right now, whether it be the actual launch of the thing or the launch of the intention of the thing. Something has been brewing in your orbit and it is important for you and for the collective. Your soul came here to fulfill it. And it's time to focus your mind on that intention. Do the manifestation meditation that I am going to link below. It's literally 10 minutes and you can literally put the etheric beam for that thing to unfold. And it's saying focus, align, pivot, surrender. So you're going to focus on the thing. You're going to align your thoughts through that meditation / any speech, any, action or whatever. You can align towards the you who has actualized that intention. And then as things come up and you need to pivot, you can pivot. But ultimately you're walking this path with surrender, because you do those things and like your job is done. Don't be too attached to the thing. It's like the bow. You let it go. You're not like holding the bow through the air until it pierces, hopefully not a person, the bullseye. You let it go. So that's that. And actually you focus on the thing, you align your beam, you pivot if you need to, you're like, okay, that's right. And then you shoot the arrow off and then you surrender. So it's like almost like once you plant this in the ethers, surrender to whatever aligned action, inspired action, information, wisdom comes through, and don't get too tripped up in just like controlling the plan, because this is part of the divine plan. The divine has a hand in it. It's helping you. Okay, if you picked the mini rose quartz heart, so cute. We have divine, so much divine energy coming about right now. So calibrate, connect, stabilize, personify. Okay, wait, we gotta look this up. This is a new deck. I just got it this weekend and I am obsessed. It was one of those things where you go into like a magical store and something just jumps out at you. Had never heard of it, but we're vibing. May you walk in beauty, softly caressing the hollowed ground, remembering your earthly roots and endless connection to the divine. Timing is synchronizing wonders for you right now. Destiny is unlocking secret doors and the stars are aligning. Okay, pile 3. You are restoring your sense of balance. Take a breath and know that everything is unfolding as it should. Preserve your energy and trust in the natural order and divine plan. Observe recurring patterns as they are the universe reshuffling everything to bring your happiest pathway into focus. Okay, this is a very clear message that the divine, their hand is in deep into the inner workings of what is unfolding in your life right now. So no matter what it looks like, know that it is unfolding for your highest good. You will be better off for anything that is happening in your life, and you want to align with the energy, knowing that you are supported and that everything is unfolding for your highest good. It's not just happening to leave you in the same level of place that you were at before. It's taking you somewhere better. Trust in the divine plan. Enjoy the synchronicities that come through. Your only job is to remain connected yourself to the infinity, to whatever brings you a sense of magic and joy in this lifetime, like whatever force that is for you, and to trust. And to like, if you're already in a place where like you feel so much of the synchronicity and you feel so much of the unfolding and you feel the divine hand in your life, enjoy it, because these moments come in and out. I would like to claim for all of us that it's stabilizing to be experienced always, but enjoy it. Being in the human embodiment and experiencing the vast touch of the divine is quite unique and very beautiful. So, like, open up every pore, let the sensations pour in, and just know and affirm everything is always working out for me. I'm always supported. I'm in divine alignment. The better it gets, the better it gets. Okay, I just want to do one more collective. And there we go. We got the lion. For the Lionsgate portal, we got the peacock, sovereign, reclaim, preserve, govern. Remember who you are. You're a sovereign creator being. Your kingdom, your universe is a construction of your mind, of your energy, of your perception, of your choice to live in a state of love over fear. No one wants you to remember that you're creating all of this because it's better for others for you to externalize your power. But you're sovereign, you're free, and if you're still here, you freaking remember. Like, you already know. So I guess I'm just here to say, like, what up, fellow sovereign creator? Oh my God, stop it. Check out this freaking lion energy. The lion is coming in hot, you guys. And look at that. Look at the heart of this freaking Spartan warrior, electrified by a celestial star and like this lightning energy of like Uranus, of divine knowing, of celestial energy pouring down. I don't even know what this card says. Lion heart. Wait, you guys. This is to finish off our like Lionsgate-esque reading, and we have like sovereign and we have lion heart. Prevail, endure, dare, confront. You are a spiritual warrior. If you are still here on this reading, you are literally here to bring humanity into its next level of ascension. And it's like a divine battle. I only want to say that in a way if like that makes you feel empowered and like you enjoy a good like spiritual warrior energy. But if you're still here, maybe that is exactly how you feel. It's like a vibe. Like, it gets me hyped, it gets me pumped. And like, it's not even like we're fighting against anyone. We are just fighting to reclaim the remembrance of who we actually are. Because if it were easy, we'd all already be awake. And it also like can be easy once we remember our creative power and claim that it's easy to evolve, it's easy to move through this path. Remember that you're fighting for yourself. And then in turn, that's like for everybody else too, because we're also connected. The more that like you liberate yourself, the more that somebody across the planet has the potential for their own liberation. The more that your vibration is literally just going to shift somebody that you see and that like you never hear about, something that you say, somebody's going to remember forever, and it's going to lead to like their own liberation, their own awakening. You are literally such a powerful being. Don't be afraid to open your heart. It's necessary for awakening because our heart is so powerful. They say in the yogic scriptures that it is as powerful as 108 suns. You can magnetize and create anything from the heart. Joe Dispenza talks about this all the time. You get the heart and you get the brain in sync. You are going to be able to manifest anything you want. You're going to be able to create anything you want. When your heart is open, it doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong. You're going to protect the things that matter. You're going to fiercely move in a way that is in the support of the good of all beings. And you need to have an open heart to be connected to your divine mission. You need to have an open heart to be a bridge from heaven to earth. It makes you stronger. And you know why? Because the people that used to fight for a god or for something they believed in, something they connected to via the heart, like the smallest armies could outperform the armies of like paid soldiers, because the power of the heart is invincible. I literally have chills. Like, if you have felt closed off in your heart space, know that's because you actually have such a freaking powerful heart. And A, it was probably in so many forces of interest to have you shut your heart down, and B, we don't always know how to handle that power when we're younger, but like, you're not in that space anymore. You are such a wise, intelligent, loving being who can like navigate the world with an unleashed heart space, and you have protection, you have so much support, and it actually is going to protect you more to open now. So that can also be an intention for this time for you. And just like anytime you feel yourself start to close, try to open instead. Think of that meme where it's like when you're vibrating in fear, your energy field is so small, versus when you're in love, it's like this toroidal field all around you. You're creative, you're magnetic, you can make what you want happen. Like, life is short. I don't even want to make a grandiose statement like that, but you know what I mean? It's like, don't wait like 10 years to open your heart, just do it. And maybe it's already open, and that's why that message came out, is like you're starting to feel the heart chakra awakening. That's actually been happening for me a lot. We obviously go through levels, but your heart is also a dimensional portal. So like when you start to feel your heart open, you start to feel like all the timelines. You start to, you know, it's like you start to see things in a different way from the past. You start to see the way things are unfolding in the future. It's like almost like you can, it's like crazy, because it's like when you're like realizing things and all the codes are piecing together in your mind, but like your heart is involved, and it's like you can create and move through timelines so much faster with an open heart, because the heart is the neutral space. It's the place between the heavens and the earth, and it is the place where you can travel. And that's why love knows no distance. It's a lie to be separated from anyone you love, because they're literally like, you guys are connected via the heart, which knows no time and space. So essentially what I'm trying to say is it's your ultimate power. It might already be awakening for you, and that can come with like a lot of purging, a lot of clearing. Nothing is wrong. You just let everything move through you, let it all do its thing, and you are upgrading. You're really upgrading. So I'm so excited for you. Enjoy the ride. We're here together. Comment below if anything resonated. If you have any thoughts, any insights, any codes to share with the collective. And I love you so much. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, please do. Would love to have you in the collective vibration. Much love to you, like many blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for being willing to grow, to learn, to just be on this crazy, beautiful experience of life on earth at this very incredible time. It's an honor to be in the vibrational space with you. I feel you, I see you, I love you, I support you, and may August be your best, most incredible month yet, unless you're watching this at a future date, in which case, may that month be the best month yet, and then the better it gets. So that is a pretty obvious formula for things always being more and more amazing all the time. Much love. Bye.